Sorry for the delay. Just came back from the UAE today, early morning, so it's been a little bit tiring today. But yeah, thanks all for joining and thanks for the patience. Just gonna invite the founder of Rampex in here just once again.
I'm always saying I won't change, but I ain't the same.
Just give me 1 minute. Just setting something up. Amrish, I think in the meantime, probably maybe you can give some updates on something on the Jirasan side while I'm just gonna get like Laksh on board.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Let me just check the messages. Oh, okay, perfect. All right, let's wait. We're just getting the founders of Rampex on board. Uh, s-
Let,
it's
let,
okay,
let me let
busy.
me tell let me tell something before he. Oh, he's already here. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Uh, okay, perfect. Okay, Amrish, you can probably continue anyways. I think we'll finish the updates on Jirasan, then I'll jump in with Laksh.
Sure, sure. So as you guys see, we onboarded a lot of new people quite recently. So we've been dealing with some of the, of course, as new people join in, they have questions about what's to come, what's the project. Of course, everyone looks at the, token drop and stuff like that. But at the same point in time, we want to make sure that they are fully aware of what's going on. Uh, so we saw this week a couple of our tokens that we have partnered with: Lingo, Supra, um, Magic Eden, Pudgy. So it's quite nice to see the community win with those. And then we kind of use this to kind of test what it would look like for trade customizations, right? So there would be you know there will be some things in the future that we're planning with respect to how we explore traits and traits customization for us. So yeah. So the Jirasan rules is something that right now there's a problem with the third party app that we have on the website called Dynamic, right? So we've been speaking to them for the last week because some of the things that we have is pretty customizable and we need more support from their front. So once we have that sorted, that's the next step for getting these role aspects on board, and then we could see much more interactivity and customization with the Jirasama role in specifically.
When Jirako art.
It's fucking
Oh,
man,
this
it's gonna
question
kill
I
me.
I've been being I have this. No one's asking about like, the number of questions on redacted token launch is lesser compared to the number of questions on uh, you know
Like, it's coming,
like
it's
Jirako.
coming. It's
But
supposed to,
okay,
we have nine
let's
finished.
be let's be serious, right? Like seriously, we'll tell you exactly the whole situation and what happened, right? There's three major things that we are planning and we've been planning for Jirasan, right? But unfortunately, like the bandwidth for us is a little less, as you can see, the bunch of products and everything that's coming on board. Jirako, it can be seen as a simple stuff, but unfortunately, it is not as simple because there's so many iterations, so many things that had to be changed and stuff. And the artist went missing in action for like suddenly for like 6 7 weeks. Like this is the truth. I don't know, like we still owe him money. So he did the whole Jirasan art, and we've been trying to reach out. So we've given him enough. benefit of time. So he's done a very good job with Jirasan, no questions about it. He's a very professional guy. We don't even know what exactly, if there's any, personal issue or something that he's facing or whatnot. So we decided it is not fair to use some other artists just for like 20 pieces in the collection, and whatnot. So we waited. So he seems like he's back. MCP4 was the option literally, but I think it's evident when it's some other artist. I think it's very evident that it's not exactly part of the collection. But I think we waited enough. But he seems like he's back. So if he's not finishing it within the next, by this month possibly or whatever, MCP4s, we are also possibly going to use Mike to just finish up, like an alternative option. Yeah, so this is on the Jira Co side. Second thing, on the Jira San side of things, like there's like a huge roadmap, and it's been a big debate on, for us as well, which one to first focus on. Like, the updates for the Jirasan dashboards is one of them, right? But we have a bunch of things planned. Like some things to elevate, or make things easier for people, notifications, those kind of things, marketplaces and whatnot. But I think we were thinking which one is the highest ROI for us now. And we kind of like, we had to put all our resources into Swiper, TG, launch product, and a few other things that we are working on, including a bunch of products. So this is pretty much the only reason why we haven't released the legendary art or the two, three things that we have already planned for Jirasan. Not like Jirasan side is our least priority, but at this stage, TG is our first priority, right? TG products and the wallet checkers and whatnot, and the claim sites and stuff. Like as much as like even Pudgy Penguins, they had a lot of claims. Still, the site was laggy, and this dev thing is very, very, very hard. It's not a. I don't know why it keeps happening, but it is what it is, right? Like even with the highest server base and whatnot. So we want to make sure that the claim sites and everything is smooth. And like pretty much. So devs are working on key products on top of supporting and assisting other products in our ecosystem, from Gambler to Maxis to Maxis is kind of like, in fact, we are merging it with another product anyways. But yeah, I think our devs are working with other in the meantime. But essentially, our primary focus is the TGE product. Number one. Number two is the Swiper, the stage Swipers app. And am I going to see Jira Excel location like Pudgy style and redacted claim? Yes, yes, you will see those claims for redacted in the website. So yeah, this is, yeah, just letting you guys know, this is why the artwork was also delayed. So anyways, Amrish, if you want to and talk a little more about the next steps for Jira-san and some timelines.
Yes, I think yeah, the next steps of Jirasan is focusing much on the integration now with the rules, right? So we have the Jirasama rules is going to be a big thing, um, and putting things in place for that with the road rentals and stuff like that. So once it is, we're working with the devs, we're having to juggle a bit between some of the other things we're doing. But once we get some sort of dedicated time, we could get these things rolled out.
Yeah, wait. Maxi's merging with a different product. No, no, no. Sorry. Don't take it out of context. It's basically like we're bringing it, possibly. I don't know. Anyways, I'll give you the idea. So we are possibly bringing Maxis into Swiper. So Swiper is going to be I don't want to use this word. Uh, but like, let's say a super app, right? Like Swiper is going to be the super app, not a web page like how it's now. It's like a super app. So basically, Maxis, we are going to bring in like basically under Swiper, so we can just focus on one thing. And Gambler is existing as a proper casino, and it's run on its own. So Maxis are the developers for Swiper as well, and etc. So yeah, just wanted to add that there. Right. So any other questions with respect to Jira-san specifically? So most features are around Maxis, of course. So a bunch of things have been built. The problem right now we are facing is I think our products are outpacing the number of users. Like for example, like FlashX, right? Like we launched, it's been going, and there's like few thousand people already using it, but not many people from the community using it as such. Like as much as we would have liked. Like there's maybe I think there's a lot of people are waiting for the mobile version. A lot of them do not are not in the PC and stuff. So at this stage, our products are outpacing the number of actual users in the products from the community. I mean, so we're just taking it a bit slow, launching one by one because. Like we mentioned about Swiper, we then launched FlashX, and then we are coming up with Rampix now with Lakshya. He'll talk more about it. Uh, stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening. So with respect to maxis, is the same thing. Adding more features at this stage is probably not going to be fun. We are potentially looking at potentially right. We are potentially looking at like a community something, right? Like community something to kind of like bring all the excitement back and like some kind of like an unexpected like some kind of an unexpected thing to that we're planning to bring in to bring all the attention and bring like users from outside the outside our Jirasan holding ecosystem as well. So this probably might be happening before the redacted token drop as well. So I think it might be. I'm sure like this is something you guys would be interested. Jira Sama onboarding delays, please address. I told the same. So I think the dev side we are really cooked at this stage with all the products. So we felt, the existing Jira Sama holders who held the Genesis at the start, so are going to be getting it, right? Like, and other than that, if new people, whether we want to give it before TGE or just give them like a booster for holding 10x, 10 pieces, I think, that's something to be decided. But all those who have held their Genesis before the merge and still holding it, they are going to get the boosters that we already spoke about. Yeah, I think we want it done, of course, before TG, no doubts about it. So TG product is pretty much done. This wallet checker will probably go live, anytime this month for the investors and other people. From a Jira Sun side, it's going to be dynamic. So, anyways, we'll post more info on that. With 87 Jirasan and 3 Genesis roll, can you confirm I learned like I had like 117? So for the 3 Genesis roll, you'll get 2x multiplier for the 30 pieces that you have. Yes, that's if that's the math that adds up. Then yes, 97 one. Yeah, that's correct. So as I said, once again, the economics for Jirasan is going to depend on the exchange we finalizing, right? Like so, we cannot. Like we cannot how do I say, like we cannot announce some kind of a tokenomics without having like the exchange is finalized. So yeah, I wouldn't say we're quiet because our it's about products. All the products have their own attention and eyes, and some of the biggest products are also coming on board for redacted. Some Web2 products are also coming on under redacted. So I wouldn't say that maybe from redacted's Twitter account, yes, but keep in mind it's like 10 plus different products under our ecosystem, and what we have skin in the game in, they're all going to be linked under one token, and that every single Twitter account is going to be talking about redacted. So yeah, I mean, and any are some exchanges locked in already? Yeah, I think like T1.5 maybe, yeah, if you want to, that's the answer. So T 1.5 exchanges are locked in, but that's pretty much a given, right? Like given with the amount of funds we have raised and the amount of products we have, those exchanges were launching even like very basic projects before. But like for us, I think that's not the goal, but it is what it is. We want to give our best. Anyway, so yeah. Any hiring plans? I think not. I think we have enough for now. It's just that too many things, too less people, right? Like the amount of people in Jirasan is not enough. 1,800 unique holders or whatever, I think is not enough for the kind of magnitude that we are trying to do things at. Like if Swiper was, imagine if Swiper was launched by Memeland or Pudgies even for that matter, right? Like how many users would have come in instantly, right? So that's why I think abstract is where we are looking to leverage the users and user base from. So abstract, as I mentioned, is launching in Jan, and we are hoping to bring in a lot more eyes on to us. And secondly, as I mentioned, we are planning some surprise thing. Like it's not confirmed yet, but it's like 90% there. Something super exciting and surprising, and of course, a liquidity event kind of a thing that hopefully brings a lot more eyes and users. This is in partnership with another NFT project. So we are looking to do that together. Something unique, something not done before as well. But yeah, let's see how that goes. Rumor that Cosmic Holder gets benefit for Jira Sama role. I don't think we ever told that. Like just a Cosmic NFT to get like a Jira Sama role is not right. We mentioned that Cosmic will get like priority to get Jira Sama role if they apply with their 10 pieces. Tokenomics, not exactly. There was one that came from Mobi like months back. Gives a little bit of an idea, but it's like, as I mentioned, like 10% at the very least for Jirasan. Keep in mind, this is not a community token. This is a ecosystem token. So it's almost like what Abstract is to Pudgy. So there's not a community token. So we cannot like lock it like way too much. Then it won't work. So yeah. So this is an ecosystem token for which like we are allocating like minimum of 10. Oops. Let me. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the exchanges. Apparently, even last time somebody went and like shared, spoke to some other groups, and I don't know, it's constantly happening. I don't want to talk anything about any exchanges anymore. I hope you guys also understand it's for the best of us all. It's word just spreads, right? Like word spreads really hard, and like some guys are spreading some rumors about like Bullets and us as well. I saw some screenshots, like just people putting like whatever they can, whatever they think is the actual thing, and they're talking so confidently, like they know what's happening. So I don't want to talk about exchanges or any specific product as such. If only thing I can say is that we have equity in multiple products, and we're bringing all the products possibly together under one ecosystem to support them, and also in return like build up our treasury with revenue sharing and stuff like that. Okay, what is redacted token supply? 1 billion. What is the thing about Bullets and PG? What is there to tell? You guys know what it is. We have stake in them. We have a skin in their product. We have rev share from them. That's pretty much it. It's not a product owned by us, like just like Rampex or just like anything. So we have different equity stakes in each of these products and different revenue shares from different products. So that's pretty much the main thing. So nothing specific. So the way Redacted is built is not to have like one product alone and just focus on it, but to have like 25%, 50%, or even 60% in some cases in various products. So they have their own team. They do what their thing, and we get some benefits. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is just wanted to do one thing. I think we addressed it already. Uh, I think the legendary art. I think like the artist went missing in action suddenly after. I think for 9 months working with Amrish, I think he just lost his cool and probably left the space. Also, guys, I think just want to jump into Rampex now. I think while because it's late for Laksh in Austria, so let me introduce lbx.e. the founder of Rampex. You here?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
Wait, did he? Laksha, can you talk? I don't know if
Yeah, is it I can hear you now. Is it can you hear me? It's working. Thanks for the sound effect. Sean,
we
Sean, I
demand
don't know if you
abstract NFT whitelist. Jirasan artist left. No, no, no. He didn't leave. It's like I think he just went on an extended break after. But to be honest, he's been working for like months with us, and I'm sure like he's probably got burnt out or something. But yeah, it was pretty hard. Don't think Shan can hear. Oh wait, is he talking? Maybe you. I think you. Can anybody hear? Oops. I think maybe he's muted me. Or maybe can you just click? Can you just right click on my name and like not mute me if you have muted me? I don't know. I can't. I don't see him. I haven't muted him.
is that working, Sean? You can hear me? I'll just rejoin. I'll text you on WhatsApp.
I think he's just gonna rejoin once again.
Is that
Oh
working?
yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, it's working now. Yep.
Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Perfect. Yeah, nice to be here. Nice to be here, guys, and appreciate all you guys' support. I don't think we've spoken before, but yeah, seeing all the love from the timeline from you guys as well, and yeah, looking forward to having a chat about it.
So tell me, how's the journey been, man? Like, I think we've been working for a while, but like, how's the journey been for you? Like, like just because just for context, right? I've met Laksh um, like I think probably 2 years now, or 1.5 years back in Melbourne, and ever since we've been in touch and we've been like working on a few things together. So yeah, just share your journey on just Rampex very quickly, and then we're just gonna give some demo and some alpha on Rampex too, because I think that's something major. He's brought in some major players on board for Rampex. So yeah, just share your little bit about your journey, your background and stuff.
Yeah, man. So I guess yeah, me and Sean, I was working at a crypto VC fund in Australia, Upside. I met Sean
I think
randomly
I lost
at
him again.
it's gone again. Let me join through my phone. Give me 1 sec. That might be better if you can hear me still.
It's only me. I don't think I. Suddenly, I think it's going off.
The rest of us can hear both of you, I think, properly.
Hello, hello. Frog, you said you can hear me? Sean, I think it's just me and you. Like mine's cutting off with you.
I can hear you
Yeah, we
now.
can hear you now.
Okay, perfect, perfect. I joined on my phone. It might have been my laptop thing. So cool. If it's working, I can hear everyone. So yeah, go
Yeah,
on
go
if
for
you
it.
want.
Go for it. I don't know if you already spoke about it, but I
Yeah,
was just asking about your like just your quick like a little bit about your background and what you were doing and your inspiration for Rampex as such.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, like quick background on myself. So I was working at a VC fund when I met Sean. It was at NFT Melbourne. Funnily enough, I had no idea who Sean was until probably like halfway through the night. We were just talking about business ideas, things like that. And I was very passionate about startups. So was Sean, I think. And since then, we kind of kicked it off. I think it was like a week later, you invited me with Sack for lunch out of the blue, and that's when we had the whole Magically stuff. I think I was one of the first people to write the check in Magically. Just it was honestly more based on just supporting you, and I think that's the main thing with VC investing. You're investing in the founder and his vision, and things change over time, product market fit and stuff like that. So you've got to be adaptable. And yeah, been an awesome journey since then. But I guess that's a background of how I met Sean. With RampX, it's been what 7 months, 8 months. I think probably the last 2 months have been absolutely like chaotic. We found a really good product market fit. The tech's just been available, so UX is something that we've focused on quite heavily. Just making sure I'm still there.
Yep, all good.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so UX is something we're focused on very heavily, and the whole decentralized exchange narrative, things like that. So we're pushing the boundaries of account abstraction, wallet abstraction, gas abstraction, things like that. And we finally cracked it to the point where you no longer need any native assets. A user doesn't need to know what chains are, and I think for me, the 2025 is going to be all about abstraction. The narrative is going to be all abstraction, fixing the UX in crypto that everyone's been talking crap about for probably 4 or 5 years plus. And we're finally at that point where you can have a Binance type experience, if not even better than a Binance type experience on chain. And it's super exciting for me. It's something that I want to like work towards long term. And the way we're going about with RampX, like we're almost thinking a name change the last like couple weeks as well. It's going to be almost like a Web 2.5 product. We want to compete with the cash apps. For a non-crypto user, they're going to have no idea that they're operating on chain. Yeah, we were going through the demos yesterday, I think, with Kevin on call as well, and yeah, he was super excited in the sense like how it was happening on the background. But the best part is like you as a user has no idea how it's going on, but you get all the benefits of being on chain. And yeah, like I can go a bit more into the investor side. We had a quick Q&A with like Beanie's community today as well. We got some really good questions from their end. And yeah, like keen to hear what you guys. I know no one knows too much about it. We haven't opened too much up, but I'd say from tomorrow we're gonna have big announcements coming in. A full rebrand on our colors. Just going for more of a professional branding that's got longevity to it. And yeah, I guess that's a TLDR. And yeah, happy to answer any questions, Sean, or how we want to work.
I think
Well, I
for
can do it.
those who are, yeah, those who are really keen to understand the business side of things, I'm just gonna share some info, right? Like, so from Rampix side, we offered this to PG Cap early on, last year, no, this year actually. It's grown a lot from the, the early pre-seed valuation. I think it's grown quite a lot. Brought in, I think Laksh has brought in some major investors. Of course, one is Dingaling. I think guys know him. Second is uh, Beanie. So I don't know if you know Beanie. So Beanie Maxi, although he's blocked me on, uh, although he's blocked me on Twitter, he's a big name. I think to have him on board as one of the investors and one of the main investors, and and a lot more, right? Like, sorry, and a lot more top guys. A guy with few guys with some million subscribers on YouTube and stuff. So this was a no-brainer. Pretty much anybody we pitched to or anybody we went and had a chat with, they came in as an investor, right? Like, so as such, how this RampX whole thing is going to work is something like I'm gonna probably think the best is if Laksh can give a very quick demo. Okay, because for most of you guys, yesterday I saw a tweet about how people are finding it so annoying to bridge, right? They're finding it very annoying to bridge, bridge the tokens from a chain and whatnot because they couldn't participate in like Hyperliquid or Arbitrum or even FlashX for that matter because they just felt lazy to bridge. Rampix is a reimagination of what if you don't need to worry about like the whole bridging thing while you are on chain, right? So, Laksh, can you just give a very quick demo, sharing your screen? Just do like one swap or something, and then people can experience it by themselves when we do the drop.
Yeah, let me. How do I actually share screen on here? I'm sorry, guys. I haven't used
Um,
Discord. I've gone Telegram full time.
You're on mobile.
Mobile. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just have to there's only like 2-3 ways in which you can tap some button.
Oh
Just tap
yeah.
it and try to find.
No, I found it. Found it. It's
Just try.
blacked.
Let me try
It's blacked out
profile.
though. As in, I can't click share your screen.
Wait, let me see. Wait, wait. Let me just send you this in WhatsApp. See if you can find this, or I don't know if there's some kind of needs a role. Okay, let me just give you a.
Yeah, I can see the button. But it's just yeah, it doesn't let me click on it.
Okay, let me just give you a role. Maybe I think it's probably. Okay,
Yeah.
try now.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Works.
Yes. Working.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, can everybody see the screen? Because I don't know if it's limited to like 50 people or something. I think it works for me as well. Then I'll just wait. Let me share my screen as well once again so that people can use my stream.
Let me hop on my laptop as well. All's good.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Good. All right, perfect. And just a note, guys. So, because we did a whole color change, it's a brand new UI. It's like everything's working functionality wise, but it's not what it's going to look like in the finished product. Let me show you an example. So I'll do a quick one. So I've got this is my holdings here at the moment. So you'll notice that there's no distinction of chains. We're trying to keep that away from users. So think about like your mom, dad coming in. I had dad use the app today. He didn't know about what a chain is at one point. I gave him $50 of USDC on the account, and he's got him to play around with it. Got some feedback from his side as well. And for him, it just felt like a Binance. He's got a Binance account, bought some Beam, things like that. So I'll run through like the benefits a bit later on, but let's do a swap. I'll do uni to. I found because I was on call with Kevin yesterday. I wanted to try a low cap one, so do uni. And we'll go to a token I found. What OKG? So eventually here you'll be able to search any token. That's one API we're going to integrate at the moment. So you'll be able to go from like a 500k market cap token to straight to another 500k market cap token on another chain as well. So let's pop uni through. We'll do 0.8 uni to so essentially $11. And then OKEG is on base chain. It's 3 million market cap, so on the lower side. And pop swap through. So you'll notice like from like this is on chain. So generally you would get a notification trying to approve the transaction. You'll have to pay gas fees. Right now I have no base ETH tokens, so I have no native token to pay gas on base chain. So technically you wouldn't be able to put this swap through on any other platform as of now. That should be all done. Yeah, all
Let
done.
me let me guys. Let me just tell it once again. For can if you guys can stop chatting and just listen once so that it's clear, so that I know this question is going to come again. In short, this is on chain. The whole app is on chain. Uni is in a different chain, right? And different chain is in like it can be any L2 chain, and OKEG is in a completely different chain, right? We don't have gas tokens on uni whatever chain uni is on, and we don't have gas token on whatever chain OKEG is on, if it makes sense, right? So it allows you to swap tokens from any chain to any chain without you having even the gas tokens, the native gas tokens of that particular chain, seamlessly, quickly, without you even having to bridge, etc. All right. We are not relying on external dexes. We are creating our own gas abstraction. So this is not, as I said, like Rampex is one of my biggest bets. You do not have to like Lux, maybe show them the on-chain transaction that happened as well, right? Just show them the on-chain transaction. So this is a take on what if Binance existed on chain without you having to worry about keeping your money in like some centralized exchange. But even tokens that Binance does not have to swap. For example, buying bread token on base with your WIF coin. Okay, let's assume you only have WIF. Okay, on Rampex. So imagine buying bread on base without even knowing it's on base or whatever, or MOG or whatever coin, without even knowing which chain it is, allowing you to buy is what the whole this thing is. Let me show you on chain what happened. Right, I'm going to share my screen. Let me show you on chain what happened. Um, let me show you 1 second. So can you guys see my
Sean,
screen? Sorry. Uh, Wait, I can't hear you. I don't know why. It's too feeble. Um, wait, Andrew, are you talking here? Okay, so let me just share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
mine's I think mine's logged because it's got 50 cap or something for me at
Okay,
least.
just maybe close yours. I think someone else has to share this thing. What happens if the token is on multi chains? It's so this is where the fun part is. If you have USDC in like 10 chains, it allows you to spend at once. It does not matter. You can have it stored in 10 different chains, but you can spend it from one straight chain. So let's say I have like $100 in base, $100 in whatever. So it shows as $1,000 USDC balance. You can withdraw to any chain you want. You can swap it to any token you want on any chain, so it doesn't matter anymore, but everything on chain. So from a user perspective, you won't even feel it. You won't even feel the pain or difference, right?
And
Like so. Mhm. Go for it.
sorry,
Go for it. Go.
and that transaction I did was two different chains. So Uniswap was on
Yeah.
Optimism chain, and the
Okay.
receiving one was on Base chain. So the transaction, Sean, if you got it up, so it was $11.93 of Uniswap, and on Base chain in 8 seconds we got $11.88 worth of OKEG token. So point oh
Yeah.
nine was the entire transaction cost, including bridging.
So you see what happened here. So OKEG token, it just came in. Oops, where's my? Oh wait, I have to go to base scan, right? So it's on base scan. So I'm going to base scan now, and I'm going to key in the wallet that did this, right? So I'm going to go to base scan and then Optimism, right? The other one was in Optimism.
Yeah, I sent you the
Whatever
two
the
TXs on WhatsApp.
yeah, this is okay. So look at this one. So what happens here? Watch it carefully, right? So token transfers. 4 minutes back. 4 minutes back, he sent zero point 0.8 uni, right? Zero point 0.8 uni on Optimism, right? A token that's staying that's resting on Optimism was sent and received the token on uh, base. That is the OKEG token. If you see here, you got the OKEG token, right? OKEG is not even a high cap token, so we've been testing extensively, of course. But look at that. So it's coming, around the same time. You sent it 4 minutes back, and it's come like 5 minutes or whatever, like 143 UTC, and this was 143 UTC. Literally in like 7 or 8 seconds, you sent
Yeah.
like $11.93, and you got like $11.88. Does it make sense?
It does. It is like when you first look at it, it doesn't make sense. Like it's pretty. Yeah, it's one of those things you got to experience. Like because we were getting a lot of comments being like Coinbase Web3 wallet does it, and it's one of those things. It's a concept called in words like when you don't know there's a better solution out there, you think the solution there is the perfect fit. But when people try
Yeah.
this over a Coinbase Web3 wallet, you'll notice a difference straight away. And the fees that we have, like they won't be matched by any bridging service. And sorry, on the other point, the aggregator side, that is not something that we do. So that is going to be OX most of the time on EVM and Jupiter most of the time on Solana. But the bridging process on our end. The way that aggregators work is you'll notice that everyone will claim they've made their own DEX aggregator, but everything's going through OX. Just because with aggregators, the tech wins. It's one of the few things in the industry where tech directly has a correlation to price, I would say. So that's why Jupiter has such a high valuation. Until you get to the point where you can beat Jupiter in the, I guess, Solana to Solana swaps, there's no point making a better aggregator out there because it's going to go through Jupiter in the end of the day anyway.
Yeah, I
So is
think
it like
see,
relay?
Yes, so we're using Relayer tech. We've got our own solvers as well in the background, so we can target different chains in that sense. So we will aggregate sometimes through different intent protocols, but the USP we have is we're going to set. We have our own solver set up, so we can target chains like Sui, because a lot of the new chains they have abstraction built in. So it's a matter of pretty much like seeing where we want to target the liquidity, where the flows are. There's lack of infra, and yeah, so the way we get the fees low is this. Yeah, I can talk about all that like CCTP tech. It's when the rebalancing happens. But yeah, from a user side, it's none of that kind of comes into the picture.
yeah, I think the most important part is the convenience. Like even like let me give you an example, right? If you're having dollars on Binance, and let's say you want to convert your let's say your bread to uni, right? What you normally do is you sell bread to USDT, and then you use USDT to buy your WIF or you whatever, right? Like that's the two-stage process. Usually that's what happens because of the liquidity side of things and whatnot. We are not holding any of the assets like a centralized exchange, right? We do not hold $5 million of WIF or $5 million of this and whatnot. We only use we only have gas stored up for all these contracts, right? So we have, let's say, $10,000 worth of gas across like 50 chains, okay, like L2s, L1s, and whatnot, whatever that we add. So when we have the gas already in the contract, you do not. How many times have you guys DM'd people? Hey, can somebody send me like Supra $1 in Supra? I need to claim. Can you send $1 in Ronin? Whatever. What if the gas gets all used up, bro? It's auto balancing. It's pretty much the simplest thing. But like we are taking the gas fees from you guys after you do the swap, right? It's not like free, right? You're paying like sometimes all you need is 10 cents on Binance, right? You only need 10 cents on Binance, and for which you need to go and reach someone and be like, hey, can you send me like 10 cents of BNB? I need to claim this, sell the token, and then I'll send you back, right? So this is the one of the main problems. Even in Jirasan Discord, I saw so many of them. Even for Pengu claim, guys, can someone send 0.01 Sol? Can someone send 0.01 ETH on base? They wanted to contribute in PG cap through Arbitrum and whatever. They always have this problem. So this is the main issue from a security standpoint, guys. It's not custodial, right? It's not custodial. Your wallet, your keys is what is why we're calling it on chain. If it's custodial, then I think we lose it. So it's something similar to Privy. You have your own private wallet and stuff, and we do not hold your tokens at any time. No KYC because we are not holding the tokens. Why in a deck? Why in a centralized exchange? You need how do I say? Why in a centralized exchange you need KYCs because they hold tokens, right? They hold tokens, and of course, when you hold tokens, there's money laundering and other issues that can happen. Here, it's not holding tokens. It's kind of like it's kind of like simple swap. If any of you have used, but like 100x better because of the speed, because of the fees and whatnot. If I go to simple swap right now, it's doing billions in transaction, but it eats up so much of fees. Like I've lost so much. Simple swap is like it's a scam, right? Like in terms of fees, not not like a scam, but it's like so much of fees, and I don't think they're exactly using their own solvers and stuff. Of course, as we grow, I think we need a lot more liquidity for gas and all those things. Let's say we hit like a million transactions a day, then we of course we need to load up a lot more. I don't think we're gonna grow to a this thing overnight, but more and more money fees we generate, the more liquidity we can provide for the gas. I don't think that's ever going to be a problem. Anyways,
Yeah, and
uh,
in saying that, also like I'm not like as in the tech we're building. Like first, I want to clear up. It's nothing like absolutely insane. It's something new that's existed. It's more the distribution side, getting it out to the market and how we're presenting it. And that's why like all our angels we're picking, they're very based on the value they're bringing in, the distribution network they have. Like we've got another good one we'll be announcing very soon. Quite big in the space, sort of like Alex Becker level on YouTube. And the other good thing with this is all your airdrops you have claim over. So when Jupiter does an airdrop, you can claim that as well.
Hello.
Um,
Hello. Hi. Hi. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
yep, yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know who's speaking, but yeah, I
I'm
can
good.
hear
I'm
you.
good. Yourself?
Good man, good, good,
Can't.
good. So what was the username? I just I'm awful at Discord. What's going on?
Hey, man, go on.
Right now, I think just it just server muted few people. He's gone.
Uh-huh. Hi, please do.
Ice creams. Did I hear some ice cream so yummy? Oh yeah, go for his ice. Yeah, go for it.
The Bitcoin network
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, I've got to look into the tech for Bitcoin side. It's going to be a matter of like we can integrate it, but if we can do it gas free. The one thing I don't want to ever what do you call it? I guess not negotiate is not the right word, but I don't want to give up the UX we have. So if we can integrate a chain that doesn't allow that abstraction tech, like I'd rather not have it at the moment. So that's something we have to look into. Ripple and stuff. No, we can't do that. So all EVM chains, Solana, Sui, Move chains are good. Just about most of the new chains coming out, we can take care of. Bitcoin, I've got to look into. We can definitely do the cross chain side, but to have that UX on Bitcoin, I'm not sure if that's possible at the moment.
No, I think I see. I think it's very doable with the same way as Simple Swap is doing. Right, it can't be instant. That much I can tell you. Right, unlike other chains, it might not be as instant as it is because BTC network is insanely slow, right, for starters. So something like what Simple Swap does for the BTC chain, that is doable, right? Like in short, uh, like that's doable. But first step for us is like just between EVMs, right? Like if suppose someone's sending you a call to buy fat coin, right? Many missed it because they're just lazy or they don't know how to bridge. Today I saw a message under my tweet. Oh man, I didn't know how to bridge to Arbitrum and I've never done it before. That's why I couldn't use FlashX, right? And I was like, that's exactly the that's exactly the solution. Like how many people are there in the space that do not want to bridge because even including myself and I don't want my portfolio messed up, right? Like because it's sending to different coins. I want to see my entire portfolio and stuff as well. Like look at this one, right? This person here from Jirasan community had commented this, right? Like you see what he sent here, right? Tried yesterday, but me being a noob couldn't figure out how to convert or send USDT ETH to USDT ARB. USDC ARB would have been my first try, and also the amount of scam websites that you may end up with swapping or bridging sometimes by mistake. Like if you go and like click something like simple swap by mistake, or when you're sleepy you go to simple swoop or something, right? Because there's so many scam sites, people get confused as to how do I bridge to beta chain, how do I bridge to abstract, what is the chain for abstract, what is the official chain for blast. How many people got scammed by thruster, right? Wrong by going to wrong thruster, especially on mobile. Exactly, right? So now imagine you have one stop place where you don't need to worry about that. And as we quickly integrate other L2s and L1s that's coming new to the space, um, you don't have to go elsewhere to find, should I go to cow swap, should I go to 1inch, should I go to this or that, or should I go to like thruster or bera swap or any of those. while you have a one safe spot for you to like do all those things, and instantly also buy coins across chains, without having to worry about liquidity. Is there
Yeah,
Rampix
I think
airdrop for G? Yeah, sorry, go for it, Lux.
and like another good way to think about it, if you want to operate just in Solana, you want to use BullX for just Solana. If there comes a point you want to get like I've had faced that issue. I wanted to buy Ski Dog token for about a month, I'd say, at 12 mil market cap. Just couldn't be screwed doing the bridging process. It's at like 120 mil now. Missed out on it, but you can operate just on Solana with your Phantom wallet. Every time you want to do a bridging transaction, you send it to us and swap your soul straight into whatever chain it is, straight into that illiquid token without having ETH or anything like that. And you can withdraw it as well straight away if you wanted to. So from like a crypto degen side, like that's a instant use case I can think of as well. But a lot of our marketing is going to be towards like from first join crypto, where we've been here for a while. We understand chains, all that stuff, wallets. But a new user, like you try to explain that there's like 80, there's I think 82 L2s at the moment that and 75 more coming. So it's like we're solving that liquidity fragmentation from a user side, but from a crypto degen side, if you want, just operate just in Sol, and the rest is sorted for you.
Yeah, because I might not want to have a Sol portfolio because I don't necessarily want it, but I want to buy Pengu coin. I can just hold it in my Rampix wallet, and if I want to sell it, I just sell it and get it as a USDC or USDT on ETH and stuff.
Yeah, anything you want, USDT. Yeah, even if you want to go straight to like a Pepe token, whatever you feel like.
Exactly. So I think this is pretty much like one, as I said, like one of the products that I've been like, have my big bet on, like been really almost every day now. The last few weeks with Lux, working and I think he's done a fantastic job. Getting all those big investors also on board, and appreciate him giving us that early investment opportunity. Insane. We got it at a 4 mil FDV for the holders back then. And I don't know, probably now I put it at much higher, and even the other races and stuff. But yeah, I think it's been solid there. Yeah, so this is
Yeah, and
something I hope.
seriously appreciate it. I feel like I piss you off more than like I'm hitting you up almost every day. I know how like hard you are to get a hold of. I think that's a good thing with the whole redacted ecosystem. Like you get so much exposure from like just being involved with different projects. Beanie's been talking about redacted. There's been he's talking to Phase Banks, Frank. All these guys like indirectly know about redacted just through the Porco and Y Combinator method you guys have as well. So like exposure, I think is great for both sides as well.
Yeah, sorry. I'm quite confident that all the active crypto users will adopt Rampex. It's too good. However, from an on-ramping Web2 users, how does this product differentiate? If I go and tell my dad about crypto, he'll download a SEX because of the trust. And the new peeps obviously won't care for a small market cap token, which the users could potentially buy. So isn't it essentially same for people outside Web3? I think it comes down to who's the guy who's gonna tell it to the dad or whatnot. How do they believe that sexes are safe, right? Whether it's a Binance or whatnot, you go and tell them that, hey man, download Binance, is safer as a Web3 native, right? So similarly here, people can deposit through MoonPay, or hopefully through Apple Pay as well. In the coming days. So now you go and tell your dad, hey dad, download this app called Rampex and buy this token, right? This is how it works. My dad does not know whether Binance is safe or whether Rampex is safe until I tell him to use one of the things. So our belief is that if Web3 users are going to be like, okay, this product is nice and safe, and if they're going to tell their friends in Web2 that, hey, use this app, that's all it is, right? Like, look at, I think one good example could be what Shane did, right? Shane, I think, brought in like 4 or 5 guys from the construction industry into Swiper. Right? I assume, Shane, they're not Web3 natives, right? Like when I saw your message, he shared a screenshot of his WhatsApp, and he brought like 4 or 5 guys from the construction side into Swiper, and it's not even an app, right? It's not even an app, and they used it. It's just a web app. So, meaning, if people are trusting their friends and family in Web2, I really think it's how you build the trust amongst the Web3 community. And when people go and tell somebody to buy a token, they don't tell, like, hey, buy from Binance. here is Rampex, here's my referral link, because nobody can do a fee sharing like what we do in Web3, right? Like that is one of the biggest things. We don't have to worry about servers, we don't have to worry about a lot of other shits, security of assets and everything, because it's all handled by a thing like, like a product like Privy. I forgot the alternative to it. And it's not like an exchange where it can get drained, and not something where we can play with user funds. Everything is on chain. Even if we can't even move a dollar from your wallet if we want to, right? So
Yeah.
that is where the main I think differentiation is. When I compare this to something like a centralized exchange app, the fee share, you will be more interested to share your Rampex link to your dad than Binance, because hey, what are you going to get from a trading fees versus what are your benefits from Web3, right? That's number one. And number two, let me tell you this: what Laksh and team have also worked out is something like shan96.rampex. So you can send funds to shan96 for .rampex, and the funds will be received. It's almost like your PayPal ID in that sense. I don't know if it's coming out straight up in the beta version, but just sharing some of the things how to simplify, right? So you can just be like, dad, just download Rampex and tell me your username, and that is like dad.rampex, and he sends you, and you're like, okay, dad, I've sent you $100 to dad.rampex. He doesn't even need to know it is on chain, off chain. You can check that the money is on chain. You can check that everything is safe. You can check your dad's assets are all safe and on chain when you go and key his wallet, on Etherscan or, Base Scan or whatever, while not worrying about anything else, right? So this is one thing. And second thing, to answer to Isa's question on, I think he asked a question on, if we request tokens like USDC from someone, which chain does it get resolved to? Here is what it is. You click deposit, okay, in the Rampex app. It gives you a wallet address. They can send any ERC20 in any chain. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Because it's one single wallet for all the EVM, right? So even if they send in $100 in Polygon or $100 in ARB, it's going to show in your app that your balance is $100. Your portfolio balance is $100. What you do with that? Now you want to withdraw. Let's assume you want to withdraw it back to Polygon. All you got to do is click withdraw, click which wallet address you want to send it to, and click which network you want to choose. Just like a sex, right? You click, and then you decide which chain you want to withdraw your tokens to, or you just leave it in there itself. Does it make
Yeah.
sense?
Sean, I'll
Can
touch
we
on your
buy
first.
crypto? Go ahead, go ahead.
Just on your just your first point as well, man. Like a bit of background myself. I'm a centralized exchange maxi. Like it's not a crypto ethos thing. I don't think new users care about privacy. So I thought about this for a while as well. I think the thing is, when you're going on a Binance, the big issue is you're waiting for a listing, right? So you're essentially exit liquidity, and the new audience coming into crypto, they're not coming to buy a $5 billion market cap coin. They do want the low cap ones. So I was talking to Magic Eden team member. He's like, why don't I just use Binance at that point if I don't care about what chain it is, etc., etc. And he had a chill guy profile photo, and I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm looking on Binance right now. I can't buy chill guy. So at the end of the day, you're not getting. Once a token is listed on Binance, it's usually the top, and as Web3 people, we're then selling at that Binance listing. And I think this is something that the Web two, like, new users have also put together. They're coming in to buy the smaller cap tokens, and it's on a centralized exchange. So even security aside, like the offerings we have is direct from a brand new pump fund token to a layer one that's established.
You have a six-figure offer from from DJ to invest in. Anyways, I'll connect. He's already invested in the early round, but I don't think we are essentially looking for fundraising now. To be honest, guys, like I think at this stage, the real support can be if you guys, when we put out the beta test again, like for you guys to, you'll be one of the early ones to test it. Give us like solid feedback, improvisation. There's going to be like, of course, it's not going to be 100% perfect. We have all the distribution channels, right? Like as I mentioned, like bunch of YouTubers, bunch of top guys like Beanie and them already invested. So meaning we have the distribution channel ready. From the side of like the mass attention. And we know, oh, Wizard of Soho is also one of the investors, right? So Wizard is one of the investors. All these guys heavily shill products, and we didn't pay them, right? They have invested in us. It's not like we paid like 10K or 20K of free tokens to them. I can publicly, we can even put a statement. They invested in the product and they've come in as advisors, including Beanie himself, right? So not a single guy is getting like free token to just shill it. So it is their investment and they're bullish on the product, if that makes sense. Um, Not everyone got a chance to invest. Was it only TG Group? I wouldn't say just whales. I think at that time we were just testing few things on the Telegram. But let me talk to Laksh and see how we can bring an investment opportunity on a wider scale. That's what Redacted is about. And I told Laksh the same thing, right? Like when you have hold Redacted token, when we incubate a product or we support a product, distribution can go through Redacted Launchpad. So let's say you hold $100 worth of Redacted, and let's say you can invest $100 worth of Rampex. It's a win-win for everybody because you get use case. Rampex is getting distribution, more than 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 people investing in Rampex. The eyes and attention grows organically. They have funds, and we make fees from investment as well, right? Like we take whatever percentage fees from the investment. So it's a win-win for everybody, right? That's the goal of Redacted. If this makes sense, like literally, right, in a month, you hold a Redacted coin, you get access to investment for Rampex. Rampex gets money, you get an early investment opportunity than anybody else. We make fees from that, and we have equity in the product. Rampex gets eyes and attention, and you guys have a chance to invest early in a product that you believe in, right? This is the pretty much the whole ecosystem, like a one-stop ecosystem, and Rampex uses our community to test products, like you guys coming in here and you guys testing, giving feedback, ideas, suggestions, investments, or whatever. It's a big win for a product without a community to kickstart, right? Like Jirasan can be like the first step to kickstart. Like what we did with FlashX as well, right? You guys get a chance, you're doing a bug testing or whatnot. Similarly here, you can do something like that. So that's pretty much the main this thing. TLDR, uh, save for Rampex investment, of course. I think the most important part for us is how can you guys bring in other community members that you are interacting with into Rampex when it goes live, right? Like hitting it hard, like like last week what we did with the with FlashX. Like I don't know what was the tagline, team that no community that FlashX together. This thing, so many like so many people were DMing like what is this FlashX? What is this about and stuff. It creates that impact. It creates that impact. Let's take it one step at a time. But yeah, let's hope you guys also test the product and give us like some solid feedback. Laksh, realistically, when do you think we can have like closed beta test within the Jirasan community?
Yeah, Monday. Let's we go live. We'll be ready pretty much any seconds. Made minor API integrations. Now that's left, so we can go live Monday. I know Christmas period is coming up, so we want to have some of the devs on hand, ready to fix any like issues there are. Hopefully there isn't too many. And then from your side, guys, as well. Like there's a lot we can do with the abstraction tech. I know when I was speaking to Sean, there's a lot of stuff we have down the track, but it's more of like what the community values and like what is like so like even things like moonshot advertisers you can buy crypto with Apple Pay, which is like technically true, you can buy USDC, but we can abstract that whole step where you can buy straight with token with Apple Pay. So it's like what we should prioritize. Would love to hear from you guys when you try it out. I know when I spoke to you, Sean, like the one stop yield thing, one click yield thing was something that I didn't think was going to sell that much, but you thought completely different thing. So yeah, I think it's good getting that feedback as well. And then Monday, let's
Yeah.
probably start the beta testing.
Yeah, these are things we keep discussing between us. So I was suggesting one thing where imagine this now, right? Like you have your funds in Rampex, and then one click allows you to invest in the yield farming across chains, right? So let's say you have $1,000 and you want to put $100 in Ethena. It shows all the available ones: Karak network, Ethena, Swell network, and whatnot. Imagine now, using you click $100 and then it buys like $100 worth of Ethena. It buys $100 worth of Karak network because it's a bridge. It basically has to bridge, right? So this is some of the things we discussed for the roadmap. But what he's saying is like basically we want to hear from you guys what features make most sense. Like for me, that was from my perspective. I don't know how many farming options are there for my ETH and USDC, right? From a DeFi perspective, I made a lot of money from Eigenlayer. I made a lot of money from Swell. But unfortunately, there's so many that we miss out. So imagine in one layer where everything is displayed, and all you got to do is like decide how much you want to allocate for these things, and then this thing, right? What if people just spam trades? Is it negative EV on Rampex? What do you mean by spam trade? Like, can you can you just
He's talking
explain
about
that?
the
Like
gas
if you
side.
would just like gas, if you just spam throughput trades on expensive networks or expensive bridges, for example, like how
Okay,
does that actually work?
So, yeah,
it is
no.
not an expense. It is not an expense on us. We are providing the initial gas, not free gas. Just to clarify, right? So if your gas is
So
10
we
cents, yeah, go for it. So go for it, Laksh.
Also, we take the like yeah, you're absolutely right, man. So we can't give gas. It's not gas free, I guess, in the sense that we're still taking the fee in the and the source chain token. So if you're going from bread, whatever the source chain token is, we'll take a fee from that. If we don't, we can just get someone attacking us, like you said, and pretty much yeah, we're screwed at that point. So like that's just not possible economically. But the gas we've made it so it's absolutely the lowest possible during a bridging process.
Yeah, so in short, like it's almost like your fees, I mean, our fees plus the gas will be combined and taken in the form of your WIF token when you click bridge, if that makes sense. So then our 10 cents, let's say 5 cents for the gas, and 10 cents is our fees. 10 cents comes to our wallet, 5 cents goes back essentially to the gas wallet or to replenish the gas wallet. So if someone's spamming, they're indirectly giving us, let's say, 10 cents cross as profits and they're burning 5 cents in gas. So main concept is to solve the problem where you don't have the native gas chain and you're going and DMing 100 people to give you like, hey, can you send me like $1, $1, $1 for my claim, right? This is a big problem. You can pay gas with any token in short, right? And you don't need to think that you're paying a gas fees. You're just swapping. From a user perspective, when I don't know if you guys saw Laksh's demo, it just click swap, no signing. Like you might be worried, right? As you mentioned, your dad or whatever. What is this signing, right? If there's a sign thing pops up, it doesn't even pop up. You click swap, it automatically swaps, and it's like swap done. So there is no signature and all those kind of like pop-ups and stuff while the swaps happening within the app. Anything else, guys? Any other questions? In swap for anything, gas is paid with a part of this thing. In tokenomics. I mean, like, don't, I don't know what. Like, I think at the start of the thing, I told it's going to depend on the exchange. So, as I said, minimum 10% for Jirasan. That's the thing that I can say. We might do a very small um, community round. Right? That's not decided. So we're with 100% unlock for that. So we don't want to take your money and then lock up the token possibly per asset. So it's like maybe zero point 0.1 ETH, maybe zero point 0.1 ETH per asset you hold with possibly a 50% unlock or TG or 100% unlock with pretty much the whole funds being used for providing LP, right? Nothing much. So we may or may not do that. So that part is still to be decided, but you'll have like sufficient time or notice. So basically, for every PG asset you hold, you're going to have 10% minimum of redacted, and you get a chance to invest maybe zero point 0.1 ETH per asset you hold. So maximum, it's like maybe we're expecting like maybe 6,000 people to participate or 6,000 assets to participate. That's like 600 ETH. In today's market prices, that's like 2.3, 2.4 mil. That'll be fully used for liquidity. That's it, to provide liquidity for the token. And most probably it's gonna be we're not gonna do a 10% and then like 18 months for the pre-sale, like the fire sale. So if at all we do this, it's gonna be either 50% or 100% unlock, right? So meaning that at least this will be only if at all anything will be available primarily as a value to Jirasan. So for those looking for instant gratification, this could be well because I don't think anyone's probably done like a 50 or 100% for the pre-sale. And since our community is not that huge and it's 0.1 ETH, it's like we can potentially bear the sell pressure, right? With that kind of unlock for you for this thing. So that'll be like the instant gratification. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sean, in regards to tokenomics, I think that piece covers sort of the distribution. But do you have any like specific examples of how RDAC would be used in, say, like a Rampex scenario?
Oh, sure,
You know, like I understand how the
sure. That's
distribution is going to work with the products, but maybe like the actual tokenomics for how RDAC will be
easy.
used, or any examples you have around that.
Yeah, sure. So for example, right, on Rampex, uh, like I'm just going to put some arbitrary numbers. Let's say we have let's say 20% of Rampex, okay, revenue. Okay, let's say 20% of Rampex revenue is for Redacted and 80% is for Rampex, okay, as a partner. All right. So what this means is to bring in substantial user base to Rampex. Let's say we'll allocate 1% of tokens to Rampex for this particular 3 month period. Okay, and let's say we sit at like a 500 mil FDV. All right, like let's say Redacted is sitting at a 500 mil FDV. 1% is $5 million worth of tokens that could be distributed. What if now, we strategize together with Lux and be like, okay, bro, let's use 0.1% of the tokens now to allow people to get all their swap gas fees and fees back in Redacted token. Okay, so it's almost like we pay you to swap. For example, for this is for custom acquisition. So now what happens is these people that use Rampex, they get paid back, could potentially get paid back in Redacted token. This is for onboarding users, and this is for this thing. So now what happens is, let's say we put $5 million worth of Redacted token over a period of 6 months with Rampex to onboard users. That means our target is to make at least $10 million to $15 million in fees and value, right? Like it's almost like, why would I want to give free money when I can't make some money back in fees, right? Like for example, when Blast gave Blast token to Fantasy Top users, people made money from the Blast token, but Fantasy Top ended up making millions, correct? Like I think Fantasy Top, if I'm not mistaken, made like $12 million in the first month or first 2 months. So why? Because people farmed um, Fantasy Top to get Blast token, and then they just started loving the product, and whoever wanted to stay back, they stayed back. Similarly here, for instant gratification, we will be using Redacted token to power Rampex and bring in users on board, and while they generate fees. From our share of the fees, we're going to get back. We can rebuy the Redacted tokens essentially for our treasury for further enhancements and whatnot, right? So we give away $5 million in tokens that gets distributed across few 100,000 people or few thousand people as rewards and whatnot. While people are using Rampex, they're getting instant gratification through some token claims, token drops, and then they're also earning Rampex points for Rampex token and potentially also abstract chain token or Bera chain token, because they're also bridging between Bera and what is that abstract using our platform. So potentially creating a multi token opportunity through one single platform. So long story short, Redacted to be the onboarding token for users to come into Rampex or any of those products. Number two, people can earn Rampex points and other potential tokens as they use Rampex and more. Number three, our share of the revenue that comes back to Redacted will be used to buy Redacted tokens off for further distribution and further developments and whatnot. Constantly putting in this circular economy, while the remaining 80% of the Rampex's thing will go towards Rampex token. So this way, we are looking at like 20%, 10%, or 50% of 12 to 14 different products that is Redacted, while Rampex is purely focusing on their own niche and their own product. And if Rampex tomorrow becomes $1 billion company, I think everybody wins, right? They have their own big share. They're winning. We are winning. The tokens do well. Our tokens do well, and everyone does well. So, does it make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, Sean. And I guess, okay, I have a random idea when you talked about pre-sale tokenomics. So essentially, however many products come under the RDAC ecosystem, you said that potentially we'd have the opportunity to have pre-sale for RampX, for Swiper, for whatever, if they have tokens, that kind of thing. And you say, okay, point one, for example. So if I have 100 Jira, that's 10 ETH worth of pre-sale that I could essentially do, or whatever you cap it at. Is there any thoughts around if we could sell our allocations in some way, shape, or form? Because part of me thinks, okay, if I have all these Jiras and all this room for pre-sale allocation, could I reach out to friends that might enjoy the platform itself and have them invest based on my Jira holdings? Like, they could give me ETH, they could, take part of my allocation, but is there any way or any thoughts around, and this might be just like a dumb idea, but like any idea on how we could help use our Jiras to allocate to others so they can invest in pre-sale?
Yeah, I think I think it's just I don't want people selling some allocations or stuff like that because it was very hard to track. This one is completely like we can easily go, for a launch pad, right? Like a CD5 launch pad, and or even like like Chain GPT or Ape Terminal, and get done with this, right? Or even Mocha List for that matter, right? Like Coin List, right? So the thing is, we don't need the money. It's more of if holders feel like we never gave an opportunity for the holders to participate. So this is purely from how do I say, like, if holders feel like they want to come in, they can. But I don't think we are probably going to like even do like a public sale like what well or any of those guys did, like to just create some random FOMO and hype and whatnot. If at all anything, it's more like Pixelmon, right? Like we are following what Pixelmon did. Not even like Memeland, because Memeland also gave some investment opportunities from the outside. So for us, it's more of a way to be like, this pre-sale, if at all anything, will be like 10 days before TG, right? So meaning you guys don't have to lock up the funds forever, right? Like for those who don't want to lock up, it's almost like it's probably going to be like 2 weeks before TG or 10 days or even a week before TG. So it's almost like a quick TG event. So we announce the TG date, and then like maybe few days before that, like getting this opportunity for holders is most likely what it's going to be. But if at all your friends want to this thing, I think it'll be more of they have to pay you, and you can delegate wallet. Maybe one thing what we can do is allow delegation of wallets to claim the tokens for this pre-sale thing. So maybe if someone, you want to use it for someone else, they give you the ETH, and then you can delegate to a different wallet or something. I think that is doable, right? That is simple, so we don't have to like worry about like more tech side and all those kind of things and whatnot as well. So yeah, I think that's where I think I'll probably let you guys. I mean, I think that's how potentially it can be.
Thanks, Sean.
How much percentage unlocked for the 10% allocation to Jirasan? Again, this is subject to exchanges, but definitely it's not going to have a cliff that I promised. Not like again, like just to give an example, it's not like how Memeland or Pixelmon did. There's no 6 months cliff or 3 months cliff. It's most probably going to be a daily linear unlock. Okay, so over a period of maybe 12 to 18 months max. Around that period. So not like a stupid ass thing, because we want to keep the holders intact. We want to keep the NFT value also intact. So no point in just giving like a quick, be like, hey, take this, dump it, and get out. NFTs dump, tokens also are useless. I don't want people to treat this as like just a cash cow that comes in, injects, dump, and get out. It's more of, okay, how do we respectfully take some profits and also continue to be part of the ecosystem. It's, I know it's hard. I know, when that's why I'm also not announcing a lot of things. I'm even considering to just be like, make a tweet like, snapshots taken, guys, done, right? Who wants to sell their NFT, sell, snapshots taken. Sometimes I'm so tempted to do that. Like, what's the point of running the NFTs to like whatever, like crazy high prices, just to create some stupid speculation, and then like people coming with some super high expectations, and then like what happened with Pudgies. Of course, it's amazing, not like what they have achieved, but running to like 36 ETH and then dumping to like 17, 18. It's very commonly happening. I don't know whether it's right or wrong, or whether that's part of the game. But it's more of like, what do we want to achieve from this? We want to achieve loyal holders, or not just people that are just coming in just for the sake, because otherwise there's no benefits for us. I'd rather have like a surprise snapshot and be like, okay, everyone, every NFT that's not on the floor or above, let's say, like just an example, right? Like I'd be like every NFT that's above like one ETH and or non-listed, gets this allocation, and every other NFT gets this allocation, kind of a thing. Sometimes I feel tempted, but I also understand sometimes you need to take the crypto's Twitter mind space. So that's only possible if the NFT runs. So yeah, I mean, anyways, let's just give us a little this thing. Why not keep the floor high though? I wish, man. Like I wish I. Why is Goblin Towns more than us? Like semi-rugged project sitting at like 0.7 floor for some stupid ass token speculation. I don't know, right? I wish I can control it. And then we sitting lower than Goblin Towns. It's like sometimes I just feel like so ashamed of what's happening, right? Like yeah, but it is what it is, right? That's how it's a free market. Like fat coin going to $1 billion, and whatever, right? So that's how the space is. We have to accept it. So we wish that we are a stronger community than most, at least, in terms of all these token drops, and we set up president. Already answered that, Relic. So it's going to be mostly daily linear unlock. What's the timeline look for TG? Also mentioned it's most likely Jan. Pretty much like we also want to be done with it. So 99% Jan. Holy shit, it's 268, the UFD. What the heck, man? That's crazy. Yeah, this I've seen so many times. Uh, yeah, I mean, like I don't, we don't have time for this, but this is crazy, man. Like this stupid, stupid. What is unicorn fart dust? Relic, did you call that token as well in our chat, UFD? Oh, who called? Did anybody call in Jirasan or what? Shit. Okay, then now it's time to make a tweet. Like, all that crazy alpha groups just like scan these things and be like, hey, we scan this token and we are like the best alpha group. Right? I heard Jirasan, we had calls for Moodeng early on by Relic, and then we had Chill Guy also super early on called by Relic, and then we have UFT called on by Chan. But I don't see any tweets of anybody talking about it. Is crazy. Like who's buying from the group then? The Chill Guy. Oh, Chill Guy was called by Relic before the rig bot was on. Before the rig bot was on. So if you search chill or something, I think Relic Groot printing and pinging while we are here. Bro, what channel is he pinging in, man? I haven't even Jira cookout. Oh my god. 100k, 750k, 1.2, 16x, $1 unicorn.
That's
Oh,
good.
Groot's probably
You look calm.
did Groot probably made like 1 million this month, man. Like look at all these things. Bro, this is crazy. Why are you none of you fuckers even tweeting about this? I myself didn't know that all these things was going on with So literally Groot is using all you guys for exit liquidity and you guys are sitting here and not calling him out. I joined Groot's call till I'm broke, and then the next one is 16x. That's always how things are. Like the one coin that you miss is what's going to be the one that's running. But man, like the amount of energy that this takes, oh, can't. I think credits to you guys. But I'm going to tweet about this actually. I swear I myself wasn't like super aware of what was happening in the cookout thing, but I'm going to just tweet about it after this. Anyways, guys, any other questions? And I think I don't know if I think it's too late for also I think Laksh, any other questions? I think it's going to be Laksh, where is your Jirasan, bro? I've told my community that every founder under Redacted is buying a Jirasan. Where's your Jirasan? I had to give you a
Um,
manual role and
I don't know. I'll get one. Now I'm in balls deep in the redacted ecosystem, bro. I think I'm balls deep. I've sold all my NFTs. The only one I have is
no
SMB
worries,
just
no
for
worries.
a. I'll get one. I'll get one. Don't worry about it.
No, I think one of the things is Laksh was the first investor in Redacted, like one of the first, right? Like super early, like super early. Is like, it's crazy at what valuation we were even like doing at the time. But yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy how you own a percentage of Rampex through your investment in Redacted. It's
Well, I didn't
full
know.
life
That's true.
circle. That's
No,
crazy.
no, yeah. I'm
Anyway,
balls deep in the redacted ecosystem. But I mean, yeah, I think the Jira are going to do really well anyway. I was talking to Quant about it. And yeah, I'll grab one of those.
you know what's funny is one of the investors in Rampex, that VC firm, is he's representing uh Jirasan. Like, that's the a lot of VCs are representing us. Even Bit2 Ventures, Ryan from Bit2 Ventures, Chenin from Sison Capital. We are like just like how people are repping Pengus as founders. A lot of VCs are repping us. That's crazy. But anyways, that's it, guys. So anything else other than that?
Amrish, it was nice to speak to you. I'm glad we finally got to chat. Is he Amrish there still?
Yeah, I am. I am. Nice to chat to you, Lach. Always a pleasure.
Just any other questions? All right. Casey, do you want to talk a little bit about Kumu now, or too early, or what we are actually trying to do with them? Like just like a brief. Okay. What is this shit? 260. You're sharing all these calls. Where's your money? Okay. So he's the co-founder of another product that's it's a Web2 based product. So we are working something out. How do I say, like a cross? Nope, I didn't hear you. Nobody can hear you, Casey. I thought you were. So, anyways, I'll just give a quick update. So we are working on something where we want to onboard a lot of Web2 users, right? That's the goal. Casey is the founder of another Web2. He's a co-founder of another Web2 DApp, or an app, I would say. So it's few million user base. As I said, Casey is not a small guy, right? Like, he's a big guy in Web2. Anyways, so we are trying to bring in the through bring their user base and like onboard some Web2 normies into Web3. So we worked out a deal for that. If you guys want to check it out, people through so yeah, I think that's something we are working out. So that's why I might, like that's one of the things. Since AC is one of the co-founders as well, it's pretty easy. So those guys raised about $100 million. Like that app, they've raised about $100 million. So yeah. All right, I think that's pretty much it. I probably any other things, of course, just DM me or just tag Amrish. But hoping to like kind of like clear all the backlogs for Jirasan first with the artwork and the dashboards and stuff, and then follow it up with a redacted thing. Yeah, pretty soon. Who's flash Xing? Yeah, I think anyways, I think for those of you who missed the last time, the Flash X, if you can try it out, like this is pretty much like the earliest you can be for. There's going to be a separate Flash X token drop as well. So this is already live for beta. So there's a code that you can use from your friends or people in the community. Just share like your feedback as well. If you find any bugs and stuff, it's pretty much in a closed beta stage. So please do test it out, give your feedback. It'll be very important and valuable for us, and also probably good for you guys before the marketing for FlashX ramped up team. All right, cool. I'll end this here. Can I buy NFTs in the future? That's where the fun is going to be. Like, imagine buying NFTs from Blur through FlashX. When USA football on Swiper. What game is like probably the most looked up on game, right? Like what you US, I mean, US football I think has a lot of I was seeing the college football thing. There's a lot of games. So which one is the probably going to be the most watched one? Christmas Day. Okay, will do. Relic is talking about the not football. Some holders said they cannot withdraw from FlashX. Let me check. I'll go to the bug reports because I think there is a separate server if you guys want to jump in. Or Amresh, can you please compile the reports and send it to Daniel in our group? The problem with Swiper's NFT collection flow price is it can easily be manipulated. For example, like if you have pudgy penguins and if someone's just going to go and list like few minutes at like some level, or if they just like that's the problem with some like NFTs are easy to kind of manipulate at the time of snapshot or something like that. We started the whole Swiper development with NFTs, but need to figure out how to like bypass it. Will token claim be per NFT or per wallet? It's going to be per NFT. It's like if you hold like X number of NFTs, it's pretty much like everybody else. So it's per NFT. Yep. Even after a snapshot, if you sell, no, that's the thing we are figuring out whether to, like the pre-sale is different, but of course the tokens will be tied to the NFTs. Oh, if you have 15 left in the maxis, if at all we are planning any bonuses that might affect, but as such, it shouldn't be much of a problem. But I would suggest after December, from Jan 1, possibly don't have your NFTs in a wallet that you do not have access to, including Maxi's loan wallet and stuff.
Can you guys hear me yet?
Yes, can.
Oh, jeez. This is Casey, by the way. Yeah. So
I was just
to go with, I heard what you're saying. I was just the whole time I was
yeah.
was just punching my mic in the face, trying to figure it out. So I guess I punched it hard enough. So yeah, looking forward to find ways to work together. As you mentioned, Kumu is probably the biggest, one of the biggest live stream apps in the world. So we do have anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million monthly active users. And so, one of the main things that any Web3 company wants to do is always target Web2. And so I've got a community, and we're based in the Philippines, and we're very, very, front facing with crypto and stuff like that. So it's a good fit for a lot of the products with, that the PG group is coming up with. And then some other things that kind of, could be the cherries on top of certain things. So yeah, we're just at the start of our talks, but hopefully, things are looking pretty good.
Got it. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest ones. I think imagine onboarding a bunch of normies through one token drop, and they're coming running around like I think they need to experience the magic of crypto, right? Like through the app. Hopefully, let's see.
Yeah, super super cool. There's a really big ecosystem, a big play in the future. So let's see. You just need to come here.
Yeah, just don't tweet anything about the dates now, guys. It's not about the date not being confirmed. It's just like, yeah, I don't want just like some random this thing. Like, well, let it be official from us. I'm just sharing this with you guys in the Discord. But yeah, I mean, like, but let it be an official tweet from us. Talk about the product or talk about other things. Just hold on to the TGE talks until like things are like clear with exchanges, and I don't want any kind of this thing. Yeah. All right. Cool, guys. Then I'll catch you on the next one. Do we have a game coming or something? Game? Don't think so. Like the Candy Crush thing is basically the whole swiper design and the game tokenomics and etc. was done by the Candy Crush guys. Right. So the whole game tokenomics, the design, the whole flow of it and stuff. Not into gaming, but hopefully someday we incubate a game. We tried one before and it's just died, right? Like it died in the sense it didn't even take off, but the game is ready. Like I don't know if you guys remember, if any of you remember Three Verse game. But just like it's still there. It's just like nobody to take it and run. It was a pretty decent game. And so far, I mean, the feedbacks were pretty decent, but it is hard to too many things. Right, cool. Catch you guys then on the next one, and I think hopefully, I think when is that going to be? Probably before that. I think we might have some stream, but let's see. Next one we are planning for Swiper is cricket. So if I don't know, I don't know how many of you here are even cricket fans, but we are trying cricket. So for the Indians and the Aussies, we are planning for the Boxing Day cricket match. So yeah, let's see. I think just to see if there's any Indian audiences left. But I think the highest deposits have come in for I think Crypto Fight Night, followed by EPL. Basketball was a little underwhelming in terms of the number of deposits. Maybe we didn't. I mean, we didn't even also market much. It was just for 2 days. We only had like 13 sol price pool or something, so it was not like massive. But the rest of it, especially EPL, I think went wild. So I think we're just testing which ones. But the new UI is going to look pretty solid as well with like with more events that can go concurrently. So yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Okay, catch you guys then.